Focus. Focus. I could have just manually. I don't know why I did that. Open world games are abundant nowadays, and so too are RPG elements, but you know what isn't abundant in the gaming space? Crunch-free work environments. But also sharks. Sharks aren't abundant. There's not many shark stuff. Luckily, Maneater is here to give us what the gaming industry truly needs. More crunch sharks. That I meant sharks. Maneater is tagged as an open world shark PG, where you start the game off as a baby shark. And now the song's stuck in my head. Where was I? Eating turtles and running away from alligators, but as you level up by eating smaller creatures and finding collectibles, you grow up to become the ultimate mega shark. You start out as a baby shark, like I said earlier, don't remind me of the song. You go through your angsty teen years where your shark parents don't understand your love for black and white indie films about dead whales. Then you get to your adult years of constant disappointment from boasting your shark film degree. Next you become an elder shark who wallows in self-hate over his failed shark film career. But then you become the mega shark, who devours all the people who doubted your filmmaking abilities. Does that make better? These levels in the game aren't just for show either. Maneater has a wonderful sense of progression because of how powerful your shark not only looks, but also feels as you play. As your shark evolves, he or she gains new mutations, which you can equip, and change different body parts of your shark, which grant different abilities. For example, you can change your teeth to bioelectric teeth to shock your enemies, or shadow teeth to poison them. I don't get why shadows make poison either, but hey, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if shark shadows poison people secretly and didn't teach us that part in class. I don't know. With these mutations, as you can tell, it gets pretty stupid, which is pretty awesome. The shark you start out with is nothing like the shark you end up with, which is a good thing. I haven't seen a leveling system like this since Far Cry 3, which is probably the best leveling system I've seen in any game. Where you start out as a schmuck rich kid and end up as frickin' Rambo, who's basically the shark of the forest. Who knows, maybe his shadow's poison too. I haven't seen Rambo 7, whatever the last movie was. It's that sense of progression that makes this game for me, honestly, because the gameplay is kind of sloppy. It's mainly due to the lock-on system, but calling this a lock-on system is like calling 2020 a good year. Pressing the button doesn't lock on to enemies like you would think. It kind of is more like a suggestion than an actual lock-on. Instead, it just points the camera in the general direction of enemies, and when there's a ton of enemies on screen, it's pretty much a dice roll which one the camera's gonna whip to. I need water. I don't have water. The only reason I could think of as to why they wouldn't make a lock-on system is because then the game would become like piss easy. But I mean, it's a power fantasy where you play as a shark. Like, this isn't Souls of Cinder. You're not trying to beat me with humanity like Dark Souls. The thing is, this sloppy combat is what you'd be doing throughout most of your playthrough. This sounds bad, but then you come out of the water and go
hurls 100 feet in the air,
dive bomb onto a boat, and you're chomping at the bits at all these dickless privileged bastards who never believed in your film career, and it's it's good. It's a fun game. The missions can get repetitive, which feels like a staple of open world games at this point. It's a lot of go here, eat 10 turtles here, eat 5 alligators there, make 5 shark films that will never win at festivals. But the game is so rewarding and the experience is so brief that it doesn't actually get tiring. The point is, it's the perfect length for this type of game. The one thing that never gets repetitive is its environments. Now, this open world isn't like graphically impressive. Like, that's not next-gen water. But the locales are pretty varied and they can surprise you with how scenic everything looks. The robust open world I just mentioned helps ease the monotony. That and the fact that you're a man-eating mega shark. And that's the lesson of the day, if you ask me. You don't have to be this big AAA blockbuster of a video game with so much focus testing and polish to be a good game. Sometimes you just need to be able to play as a shark. It's that simple. That and don't crunch. Man, if news comes out that Maneater had tons of crunch, it's gonna be